Good morning, good morning. How we doing this morning? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning. Good morning, Sherry. How you doing? Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Angie. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Good morning, Off Kilter. How you doing this morning? Good morning, y'all. We're going to do a wacky quilt today. We're going to have a little fun. We did a wacky quilt, was it 2 weeks ago? Let me grab that quilt and we can look at that. Good morning, Coolest Dad. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning. Appreciate y'all always joining. I appreciate it. We always have lots of fun here. Lots of fun in the morning. Good morning, Renee. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday morning, y'all. It was Wednesday morning. So my husband and I were sitting here discussing, actually, you got your coffee. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Coffee. I've already had 3 cups this morning, y'all. I've been up for a while. Good morning, Renee. Anyways, my husband, he just left for work, but we were sitting here discussing doing a quilt retreat. I don't know. I want to do a quilt retreat. So I've been discussing actually doing one. So I don't know. I may make a few phone calls today and seeing about what the cost would be to reserve a room. And I don't know. I'm throwing the idea out there. I may do one. I might do one. So like I said, I worked at a resort for quite a few years running quilt retreats. I think I can do it. So contemplating. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll keep y'all posted on that and see what I come up with. Good morning, Karen. How you doing this morning? Good morning. We had some fun yesterday. Y'all, I have to say, making the towels yesterday was fun. Thanks for the follow, Debbie. Making the towels yesterday was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun, y'all. That was a lot of fun. So today we're going to do a wacky quilt. Let me grab that abstract quilt, because we did an abstract quilt, what, 2 weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And y'all, that was a lot of fun. That one was a lot of fun. I'm grabbing it here. So with that abstract quilt, over there, stay there, don't fall down. So with the abstract quilt, let me move you this way, that way you can actually see it. So this is the abstract quilt that we did. Well, happy birthday, Miss Crystal. Happy birthday. So this is the abstract quilt we did. So that one was a lot of fun. So good morning. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit different. So this one we kind of did with the quilt as you go process. I'm thinking about doing a little different today. We're going to go outside the box. Today. Thanks for the flowers. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So like I said, this one was a quilt as you go process. So you laid the piece of fabric down. You put your main one. You started with your main one. Good morning. You always got to wave to him. He's just the sweetest thing. So with this one, you started with a piece in the middle. And then you took another piece of fabric and you put that one right sides down, sewed across, and then folded it up. And then you just kept growing from the outside, which in turn, it created this fun abstract quilt. So I'm thinking today we're going to do a little different. Like I said, we go outside the box, y'all. We're going to go outside the box. So I'm thinking what we're going to do today is somebody wanted to do a wacky quilt. So we're going to have some fun and do a wacky quilt. So the wacky quilt I'm thinking about doing, like I said, we make these things up as we go. We make them up as we go. So I have, thanks for the shares. So I have these squares. Good morning, Tammy. Or I have these squares. So I don't know, or we may combine. I don't know, but I'm kind of liking the browns. It's fall theme. It's a fall theme. So what I'm thinking about doing, these are 5-inch squares. These are 5-inch squares on here. And look at the colors. They're kind of pretty. Browns. I'm thinking browns too. I'm liking the browns. We'll save the pinks. I'm always on a pink thing. I love pink, y'all. But I'm with you. Let's go with the browns. we're gonna go with the browns. So we're gonna go with these browns, and I'm thinking, do we add, let me see what I have, because I have some prints, and these are actually fabric prints. Let me see what I have. Hold on. Do we want to add gnomes? Because I have some gnomes that we could add that are fabric, that are with the fall theme. So we have gnomes. Hold on, I'm going to pull these out. I said we're going to go by the seat of our pants here, y'all. We're going to come up with some stuff. Let me see. We have all kinds of printed stuff. I may have to turn that heater off behind me because it's getting a little warm. Getting a little warm. Oh my gosh. Those are fun too. I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know if we want to add them or not. We'll see. So we have these. We could add these and make it a fall theme. So, So the way I'm thinking about doing it, just so you can get the idea of how I'm thinking about doing it, is I have a piece of fabric. I'm going to cut it in half because I think it's too big. I'm going to add, this is just some scrap fabric I have. I know I have those, right? Are they not cute? So, and these are printed on fabric. I have a fabric printer that I print them. So good morning. So I print these on there, but y'all, they would match the browns. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to add some stabilizer. Let me turn this heater off because I'm like dying here. Add some stabilizer to the back of this. So we're going to add some stabilizer. And then we're going to take and quilt. Let's just get started. Let's just get started. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm going to get this. How big do we want to go? How big? Because I don't want to go. Because this is just going to end up like, we're going to say like a wall hanging. We're going to do it like, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how big we go with this. Because I could literally, because this right here, I'm contemplating. Good morning, y'all. The heck with it. We're going to leave it this size. But I want to put, because what I want to put is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stabilize this fabric. I'm going to stabilize it. I'm going to put some, what do you call this? Sure. If I can think, I'll think of the name here in a minute. We're going to press this on here. Because I'm not going to put the backing and the batting in here yet. Because the last one we did, we put the backing and the batting in. So this one, we're just going to put this on here. And then we're going to stitch on top of that. We're going to stitch on top of that. Give it a little bit of a stabilizer here. How is everybody's morning? Woven interfacing. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Sometimes names just go right out of my head. So I'm going to fold that down. Pull this back. Hopefully I have enough here. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Hopefully. And then we'll go, once we get this on here, we'll go to the sewing machine. Because I have this idea in my head. I come up, you know how you end up, you're sleeping and all of a sudden you wake up and like, oh my gosh, I know what we're doing. So I have this idea and I think y'all are going to like it. So we're going to find out here. We are going to find out. Come this way. Yeah, thanks. Well, I'm already to water. I've moved to water. I've had 3 cups already this morning, so 3 cups already. How can it be already Wednesday? How can it already be Wednesday, y'all? This is crazy. Wednesday morning here, y'all. So go down. Once we get this pressed, so we'll trim this at the bottom here. Da-doom, da-doom. I'm hoping my idea works. I'm hoping. So let me know, guys. Are we adding the gnomes? Are we adding the gnomes in this? Because I think we could easily add those gnomes. Or I think we have to add the gnomes. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here, y'all. You say yes. Okay. We will add the gnomes. We're going to add the gnomes. Okay. So there is one. Da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. I don't know. This is going to be a lot. I don't know if that's... This thing is huge. Huge. That's a huge piece of fabric there. Almost thinking... Hold on. Let me get my... I think that's going to be too big of a piece of fabric for us to use. That's what I'm thinking. That'd been scary. I almost fell off a thing. So I'm thinking we're not going to use that piece of... We're going to pull that back off there. So that is too big. And y'all are going to kill me, but... Y'all are going to kill me. I think the violation warning just pops up regardless. So So I have 2 of these. I'm going to use one. You guys are going to kill me, but oh well. Let's see. I'm going to use one of these. We're just going to use one of these. Because the other one is way too big there. Way too big. So I'm thinking we're just going to start... We're going to add batting. I was thinking about the stabilizer, but I'm thinking the batting's a better idea. This one. That one's not big enough. That one is not big enough. Hold on. We got to get batting here. Botting. Yeah, well, that's why I was thinking about adding the gnomes. That's why I'm thinking about adding the gnomes. Because if we add the gnomes into it, happy Wednesday. If we add the gnomes into it, I think we'll be okay. I think. Otherwise, we're adding strips. Here, y'all. Where's my scissors? There's my scissors. Da-doom. course, you may be right, and we got way too much fabric for what we're doing. And this idea may just totally bomb out on us, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out, guys. Okay, so we'll just use a piece of backing, and I know it's a baby quilt, but that's okay. I have so many of these panels. So many, so many. Okay, so because I think if we use these and then go around them, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. So what it will do is we'll take the backing off these. I should have prepped for this, but I didn't have time, so I apologize. So we're going to take and put these on here, and then we're going to add these squares around and have some fun with it. Hopefully it works out. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes my ideas don't work out, y'all. Sometimes my ideas don't work out, but sometimes they do. So we're going to hope. We are going to hope. If it bombs out, then we'll know we won't do it again next time, right? Tell you, trying to get the fabric off here. Da-doom. Da-doom. Come on, come on. How was everybody's day yesterday? Mine was hectic. Mine was hectic, y'all. Hectic, hectic. Take these. So we're gonna try and do a wacky quilt. So I'm taking these gnomes because we have these gnomes and we have these fun quilt squares. So we're gonna try and do something outside the box. We're gonna call it outside the box. So we're gonna see what it comes up with. We are gonna see what it comes up with. So I'm gonna keep those for scratch paper. Put those over there. And then we're gonna cut these in half. Cut these in half here. And then we'll go over to the sewing table. Go over to the sewing table and we're going to see what we can come up with. We'll see what we can come up with. Because like I said, last time we did a quilt as we go process. This time we're going to do it a little different. We're going to do it a little different this time. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to y'all. And I have to say, I'm so thrilled. We have so much sunshine in the future, y'all. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Okay. So we're going to put that there. I'm going to grab, I think I have some strips. Hold on. Let me grab some strips because we may need some strips. We might need some strips here. Strips. That one's quilt squares. Let's see. Pinks. I'm always trying to add pink. There we go. We'll use those. We'll use those. Just in case. We may need strips too. We might need strip. Can you? Yeah, I was just grabbing strips. So we're gonna move over to the sewing machine and that way you can see. We're gonna flip around. So what I was doing is I was getting these together. You were liking the blue. I don't have a blue. I don't have blue strips. Okay, so let's go this way. We're going to move you around. Move you back over this way because we're gonna turn the sewing machine on. I'm working on another project. I'll show y'all when I get that done. I got a couple more squares to finish and then we'll get those finished. So we'll have some fun with that. I'm thinking we need some variegated thread with this. I'm having fun with variegated thread, y'all. So I'm thinking move this over here. Sewing. Okay. Good morning, good morning. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get things situated here. We're gonna see. We gotta add, we gotta put the other foot on here because we have the embroidery foot on here. So just as a reminder, when you change your feet out, make sure you get the screwdriver. Yes, the water has gone down in the area. Still kind of running in the wash, but for the most part, it's gone down, and hopefully the rain is gone. Hopefully the rain is gone for a while because, y'all, we need to dry out. We seriously need to dry out. All the flooding is not no fun, y'all. So we're going to take this foot off here. And like I said, I always use the screwdriver. So you do just a hand tight there. You put it hand tight, and then you take that screwdriver and you don't cinch it down. You just give it a little, just a little bit more nudge there. So yeah, thank you. So you just give it just a little bit more nudge. What are you guys thinking about this thread? What are you thinking about that thread? Do we want to have some fun with that? Looks like they had they did. So it was actually, I don't know if it was yesterday or day before, but yeah, they did. It's kind of crazy. So kind of crazy. Do we like this thread? It's got all kind, I don't know if y'all can see the colors. So we're doing like a wacky quilt. We're thinking outside the box today. We are thinking outside the box today. So we're going to do something wacky. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Put this there. Right? I think it's going to be gorgeous. So it is embroidery thread. It is embroidery thread, Shannon. I pretty much use embroidery thread for everything. Besides your microwave bowl koozies. The koozies, you got to use cotton thread. But for the pretty much everything else, even my quilting, I use the embroidery thread. So get that on there. So yeah, it's I'm sending lots of prayers out to everybody that was affected by the floods, everything else, because it's flooding all over the United States. And I'm sending lots of prayers out to everybody out there, y'all. Anybody that is dealing with any of the floods or anything like that. So we're going to send lots of love out. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go that way. I'm going to put out my footstool here because I need somewhere to put. So we have strips. We're going to have strips. We have a few things that we can add here. So we have strips, we have squares, and then we have the gnomes. So we're going to start out in the middle with a gnome. And we're going to start out with him. I think we'll start out with him in the middle. Can I ask why you use You're welcome to ask any question you want. It's just the thread I have. So I live in a fifth wheel, so the toy hauler is my area. So I don't keep a lot of supplies. So needless to say, it's what I use mostly, and it works. So and I buy it in bundles. I buy it in bundles. So I find it's pretty much the same for whatever thread I buy. So. But yeah, ask all the questions you want. You are welcome to ask all the questions you want. So, all right. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we have this, and we're going to go into the middle of this. We're going to go all the way to the middle. And this, I just have a piece of fabric, and then I have a piece of batting on top here. So I'm going to take this here. I said, I'm thinking outside the box. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm hoping this is going to work. I'm hoping it's going to work. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. So what we're going to do is we are going to stitch around this. And we're going to use a, guess what, guys? We're going to go to my favorite stitch. We're going to go to my favorite stitch here. We're going to go, of course, this one right here, I'm thinking, we'll just do a straight stitch on this one. We're just going to do a straight stitch because this is the first one that's going to be stitched. The other ones, we're going to add to this one. So we're going to stitch this one down. Come around this way. Like I said, we're making this up as we go here, y'all. We are making this up as we go. It's kind of like that abstract quilt that we did a couple weeks ago. The abstract quilt we did a couple weeks ago here. So we're going to go here with this one. Come around this way. I said, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm hoping this is going to work, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I like to play. I like to play, y'all. You'll find that I come up with ideas and I'm like, well, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. You don't want to always have to go by patterns. You don't want to always have to go by patterns. You want to play. So this is me playing. This is me playing. So. Okay, so we have that there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take, and we're going to have some fun here. We are going to have some fun. We have some squares here. So let's take this square. We're going to come across right there. We're going to come across there with that square. And then here comes, this is, and I'm just doing raw edge. I'm not going to fold it across because the last time we did this, we did like the quilt as you go. And the quilt as you go, you do right sides together, sew a seam down, fold it over, and then you keep going from there. This time, we're just going to stitch across there. So we're going to come across right here. And that way we're going to be able to see the fun seams here. Be able to see these fun seams. So I'm going to stitch across right there. I'm going to cut that one. So that one is going to go that way. I think this is where the strips are going to come into play. This is where, see, that one goes there. Then let's grab another one. This one's going to go here. I think we'll come around this way. We'll come around this way. Like I said, we're just going to keep adding. We're going to keep adding here. So we're going to come down this way with this one. I like to have fun. I like to have fun. And this is a little fun thing that I decided to dream up. We're going to come down this way. So there's this piece of fabric there. So we're going to come down that just a little bit to the batting. I'm going to cut that one off. So I have a brother luminaire too. I have a brother luminaire too. Okay, so we've added those two squares. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we're going to grab another square here. We're going to put that right there like that. We're going to put that right there like that. And then we're going to stitch around. So we're going to stitch around that. And we're going to keep growing out. I think this is going to work, y'all. I think this is going to work. I'm excited all of a sudden. I'm excited all of a sudden because I think it might work. I'm thinking. Once we get this one stitched, I'm going to show y'all what it's looking like because I think this is going to be cool. Thinking here, y'all. Hot flash. Okay, so I'm going to cut the thread there. So we're going to come this way. Okay, hold on. I gotta take this shirt off because that is hot. Hot. Okay, so let me tighten that up just a little bit. Okay, so as we did, we did the other one, the abstract quilt. We were doing a quilt as you go process, but this one, we're doing a stitch across the top. So we're stitching across that raw edge as we go out. So what do you guys think? I'm thinking I'm liking that. What do you think, guys? I'm thinking I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, I'm thinking too. I'm thinking this one might be cool. On batting, yes. So I have a back piece of fabric, don't judge me. I have a baby quilt that I'm using as a backing. So yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. So, but I don't know. So I just have a piece of batting and then the piece of back fabric on there. So good morning. So bigger squares won't take as long. Yeah, so these are 5-inch squares. So yeah, I think this one's gonna look a little bit quicker than it did last time, Miss Cynthia. A little bit quicker than it did last time. So we're gonna throw this in here. So I'm thinking we'll do is we're going to, so we have that one there. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to grab another gnome. We're going to grab another gnome and we're going to put him across here. Oh, and you need to go back that way. I apologize, guys. I apologize. My sewing machine is making a nest of thread when I sew. So let me show you something. I'm going to show y'all something. Somebody had posted the other day, and I'm going to bring y'all down a little bit. Somebody had posted that their sewing machine was making a nest the other day. Let me show you something. So this plate right here, pop that plate off. So we're going to pop this plate off. I'm going to show you something. So if you pop this plate off like this, you pull your bobbin out, and then you pull this casing out. So you have this casing right here out. So sometimes underneath here, it gets pieces of fabric and stuff, or like lint and stuff built up under there. And whenever you have that, sometimes it'll make your bobbin kind of off kilter. And when it does that, it makes the thread bunch and stuff when you're stitching. So just as an idea, you've cleaned it. Then let's see. The only other thing that I can think is your top threading. You may have something, so you might have something stuck in this one up here too. That's true. You got to make sure your bobbin's going the right way too. Because if it's not turning the right way, because if you look here, it'll tell you what way your bobbin's supposed to turn. So we're going to pull this here. Pull this here. And turn that in there. So without actually being in front of the machine, I can't really tell. So, okay. So we're going to go back here. So we're going to stitch. We're going to add another gnome. We're going to add another gnome here. We're going to come across the top here. Come across the top. I'm liking this variegated thread with this. This is going to be fun with this. Come across had the same problem. Didn't know anything about sewing. Run a piece of floss through your top. Oh, that's a good idea, Laura. I heard that is a good idea. Because sometimes up top it gets 20K. Holy cow, we're already at 20K this morning. How did we already get there? Y'all are awesome this morning. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so we've added another gnome. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's just keep stitching. Let's just keep stitching. So we're going to add, thinking, we need another dark one. Let's grab another dark one here. So thinking we'll come across this way. Go there. No, you do not need to fold the raw edges down because your stitch is going to cover that raw edge for you. So, and that's why I'm using that blanket stitch, because it's just gonna go across, almost like serging the edge of your fabric. So you're kind of serging as you're stitching. So no, you wouldn't have to fold your raw edges down. Yeah, so Brittany, I like to think outside the box. So I thought about this morning, and I was like, you know what? Because somebody asked for a wacky quilt. Well, I'm sitting there contemplating. I'm like, well, what wacky quilt are we gonna do? So this is the wacky quilt I came up with for us doing this morning. So we're literally just taking a piece of fabric, a piece of batting, and then we're just adding. We're adding to this. So grab another square here. We're going to add a square here. Sew across the top here first. It's kind of fun. I think it's going to work out pretty okay. I think, and I almost sewed my finger again, y'all. I think it's going to work out okay here. Yeah, that's what I did with the last week with that abstract quilt I did. I just had pieces, all kinds of different sizes of pieces. So today I decided we're going with 5-inch squares, and then our I think it's a 5x7 on those gnomes. So that one. So we're going to add another dark one there, I think. We're going to go another dark here. We're going to come down on this one here. Do you keep everything? I do not keep everything I make. No. So I actually post them on my website. So the majority of the stuff I end up posting because I live in a fifth wheel. I really don't have room to keep everything. It's either that or they end up with gifts. They end up gifts. They end up Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, all kinds of different things. So way. I'm going to take this off here and show y'all because this is turning out pretty cool. This is turning out pretty cool. Hold on. Stitch right there. I'm learning why most people like sewing projects rather than clothing. Yeah, I like the quilt hanging in front of you. That one, oh yes, that one just needs quilted. That one's available too. It just needs quilted. So, I have a lot of quilts. Check this out, y'all. I'm thinking this is going to be kind of cool. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of cool. So if you see that? I think the variegated thread is making it kind of cool. Making it kind of cool. So we will keep growing here. Just keep growing. Just keep growing. Yeah, I've had a lot of people that are like, can you make clothes? I am not a seamstress. There is two. Behooves to y'all seamstresses. All I've got to say. Absolutely, it'd be a cool idea for quilt gifts. A cool idea for quilt gifts. An easy idea. Anybody that wants to do like an easy project, I think this is an easy one to do, y'all. So, and lots of fun. You get to grow. You just grow that quilt out from the middle and you just keep adding. You keep adding there. So, all right. So we have that. I think we need another gnome. I think we need another gnome here. So we're going to add another gnome right here. We have a few gnomes. We have a few gnomes we're going to add. Ooh, look at him. How fun is he? Look at this gnome, y'all. And I forgot, I got to turn y'all. Glad I looked back that way. I got to turn y'all back this way. Turn you back this way. So we're going to put him right there. The nice thing is with the way we're stitching, you can fill out those holes fairly easy there, y'all. Fairly easy. Like I said, and you're just stitching right over the top of that raw edge there. And I'm using my favorite stitch, y'all. My favorite stitch is the double blanket stitch. So, and it more or less kind of serges the side of your fabric, and that way you don't have to worry about that raw seam there. Don't have to worry about that raw seam there, so. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I apologize. Mirror. There we go. There you go. Y'all got to remind me of these things. Yes, Beverly, this is fun. This is too much fun. Like I said, I was dreaming about this. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? I was dreaming about this last night, and I'm like, this has got to be an easy way to do this. So, and it's turning out pretty cool, y'all. Turning out pretty cool. Stop right there, and then we'll come back over to this other side. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yes, I'm a director of IT. I run an IT department, and my one watch is so I can actually go around without having my work phone and take calls. My other one is for home, so. I can't put personal stuff on my work devices, so. All right, there we go. These are turning out cool. I'm excited. Excited. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm really loving the gnomes. I had these gnomes, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these gnomes? I can only make so many mug rugs, y'all. I can only make so many mug rugs, and I kind of went crazy printing them, but you know what? This is working out pretty good. This is working out pretty good. Oh my gosh, you're right. It does kind of look like patchwork, right? Kind of looks like patchwork. Ah, this is exciting. This is exciting. I'm excited. Y'all, I get excited over these things. I get completely excited over these things. Like, yep, we're having fun now. Oh my gosh. And look, we just keep adding. It's like you're patching your pants. It's like you're patching your pants here. Like we're patching our pants. This is going to end up a nice lap quilt. This is going to end up a really nice lap quilt. Turn you this away. Turn you this away. Come down this one. This is exciting. This is actually stitching up pretty quick, y'all. This is stitching up pretty quick. Thanks for the follow, y'all. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate y'all. So how fun is that? How fun is that? This is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. So I'm thinking, let's see. We need to go. I'm going to come over here this way. Grab a quilt square. Go that way with that one. I just keep turning here. I'm like, which way do I want to go, y'all? Which way do I want to go? Said you want to have fun? You don't have a pattern that you want to go by? You're tired of going by patterns? I go cross-eyed trying to read patterns, y'all. Y'all watch me long enough, you're going to realize that I don't do patterns very often, y'all. I don't do patterns very often, y'all. So, needless to say, I just come up with these ideas and we have fun with them. We have fun with them, y'all. So, and I think we're going to have to name this a Wacky Patchwork Quilt. Maybe we'll just name it the Wacky Patchwork Quilt. And I didn't have to go all the way down that one, but I will. I meant to go down this side. I'll show y'all that stitch here in a minute, so I will show y'all that stitch. I'll pull y'all off there and show y'all that stitch so you can see. And I want you guys to see. Here, I'm going to pull you off here right quick. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the follows. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip this camera around. Okay, so as you see, check this out, y'all. Check what that stitch is doing. Is that not the coolest thing? That is just the coolest thing. And I'm thinking we're going to name it the Wacky Gnome Quilt. The Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. How about that? Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. This is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. So over here. So if you see that 3-18, right. It was I like y'all's choice. So we have the 3-18. It's a double blanket stitch. I take and extend the width to 7 millimeters on that stitch. So, and then you just take and you're literally just sewing down the raw edge. You're just literally sewing down the raw edge. Like say if I was going to put a piece of fabric there, I'm going to grab a dark one. I'm going to grab a dark one here. So if I was going to come over here, like say I'm going to put one right here. So I would come here like this. We're going to come down here like this. And then I'm just going to lay it right there on top. And then I'm just going to stitch right there on that raw edge right there with that double blanket stitch. And then it more or less surges down that edge and you don't have to worry about a raw seam. So it makes it kind of fun. How fun is that? Look at that. If we get a further view of that, is that not fun? This is fun, guys. Too much fun. I know I'm having way too much fun this morning. I'm having way too much fun. Is there a such thing as having way too much fun? Right? Is this not fun? How cool is this? Okay, so that one's there. Let's go ahead and stitch this one down. Let's go ahead and stitch it down. Why not? Why not? So stitch that one across there. So I printed these gnomes on a printer. It's an inkjet printer I have. So so I printed these images, and then on fabric, it's cotton fabric that it's printed on. And then we're just taking these quilt squares and we're adding it. I'm excited about this one. I am excited. Yeah. Okay, so I think we need to add another gnome over here. We need to add another gnome. Let's grab another gnome. So we're gonna add, right? Me too. I'm in love with these guys. These guys are too much fun. So we're gonna add him there. We're gonna add him right there. So we're gonna turn you around. Just keep turning. Just keep a turning. So we're gonna come down. Said if you want something fun to do with no pattern and stress-free, grab you some 5-inch squares. This is 5-inch squares, or whatever size squares you want. You can use whatever size squares you want. You can use different sizes. And then just have some fun and add to all these squares. Turn back this way. My quilt is growing here, so we're turning. Okay. It didn't want to turn the other way, so we turned that way. We're going to come then this way. Pull that thread off there. You could detail stitch around the edges of the gnomes. Oh, you could. Oh my gosh, right? I make it look easy. I promise you, this is easy. I promise you. You take literally a piece of backing fabric, a piece of batting, put it down, and just start stitching. Just start stitching on it. So go there. Go the other side here. This is going to be so cool. I'm excited. I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work or not yet. But I'm excited we did this. Like I said, you have some projects you try, you're like, oh, I'm going to try this, and it bombs out. Then you have some projects that you try, and it actually works. It actually works. And I think this is one of those that actually works. So, shoot me a message. Shoot me a message for the prints. It reminds me of geese. Yeah, I can't remember what pattern that is. So it actually has, it's actually kind of cool. But if you're interested in, shoot me a message if you're interested in that quilt. Okay, so let's go. We're going to come back over to the other side, and we're going to add another gnome over here. We're going to add another gnome over here, right across there. We're going to add, oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Is he not cute? That one is cute. So we're going to add him across there. We're going to add him across there. This is too much fun. Thank y'all for joining and having fun this morning. Thanks for joining and having fun this morning, because I'm definitely having fun with these gnomes. This one is going to be cool. I hope we have enough prints of all these. Across here. This one is definitely going to be cool. Come across this way. Over to this corner. I gotta check the bobbin, make sure we're good on the bobbin. Thanks for the shares, y'all. Thanks for the shares. Do you have so I have back fabric, I have batting, and then I have the top. But what I'm gonna do, y'all, so once I get this my thing is crooked here. So once I get these all done, this is looking cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So once I get this all done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add another backing to it. I'm going to add another backing to it, and I'm going to quilt it. I think I'm going to quilt with some gnomes. I think I'm going to quilt gnomes on it. So I don't know. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning. So yeah, I think I'm going to quilt some gnomes on it. So we're just going to keep going here. We are going to keep going. So da-doom, 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 da-doom. And Suzanne, you're the one that did the order, right? Isn't it pretty? I'm excited. I am excited. I'm excited. It's super exciting. Super exciting. Okay, I just want to make sure you want them not sewed. You just want the kit to be able to sew them yourself, correct? Just making sure. So we're going to grab another square. Another square. Da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad you found me also. So I am on here Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, Arizona time. And we always post the schedules. Oh, you want them made. Okay. All right. So for made, it'll be later this week when I ship them, okay? Because I'll get those made. I'll get those made for you. Can do, ma'am. Okay, so we're going to stitch it down this way. I think I like this way better than the... Yeah, true. Okay, so we got that one there. So we're just going to keep adding, y'all. Keep adding. All right, there's that one. Let's add. We're going to go with a dark one here again. Dark one. So I'm going to go there with that one. And it's stitching together fairly quickly here, y'all. Fairly quickly. I think we're going to be able to get it all stitched together this morning. I think we'll be able to get it all stitched together this morning. Then we're going to lay it out and see what it looks like. Lay it out and see what it looks like, y'all. Move that there. Come across here. I don't need to go down that one. Sometimes I forget and I end up having to go down one that I don't need to go down, because you only need to stitch where you're stitching on top of the fabric, because you're going to be covering up the other pieces. So you don't have to stitch right there. So. And the variegated thread is really making it pop. That variegated thread was a good idea. They said, this is just something that I was dreaming up last night, because the request was to do a wacky quilt. The request was to do a wacky quilt today, and I'm like, what am I going to do for a wacky quilt? What am I going to do for a wacky quilt? Well, this is what I came up with for the wacky quilt. What do y'all think? Do you like the wacky quilt idea? I'm hoping this is kind of what y'all were thinking of. I'm hoping this is what you were kind of thinking of. So, hopefully. Are you stitching your squares to fabric or batting? So, awesome. Glad you like it. Awesome. So, I have a piece of backing fabric and then piece of batting, and then I'm stitching right on top of that. So, stitching right on top of that. So, we're going to go this way. This is going to be a fun fall quilt, y'all. This is going to be something that you're going to want to snuggle with on the chair or couch, drinking your cup of hot cocoa or quick are drinking your cup of coffee in the morning. This, oh my gosh, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. I'm all excited. Going down this way. Said you just stitch all the way to the batting, and once you hit the batting, thank you, Mima. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. So we're gonna come. We need another square there. Another square there. We're gonna go with that one. These are some fun squares too. These are some fun. 35K. You guys are awesome. My gosh, you guys are awesome this morning. Awesome. So we're gonna go there with that one. So we're gonna come across that way. Turn it this way. Just keep it turning. This is too exciting. So we'll go here. We're gonna stitch down there. Thinking, do we add another one? Oh my gosh, this is just growing really cool, y'all. Growing really cool. Thinking we're gonna come this way. We're gonna add some more over here this way. Add some more over here. Need a cream color one. Thank you very much, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. I love to share with y'all. Y'all make it so much fun. Come across here. Turn this way. You said you're stitching down on top, and once you hit that batting, you kind of stop there. Come down this side, and I'll take this off here again in a minute and show y'all again. So, isn't it? I'm excited, Beverly. I am excited. This is too much fun because, like I said, I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Looks like a lot of fun and fast. I'm working on awesome. Oh, I know. I have to say, I hate the small ones. The small ones. Y'all, look what we've already done. I'm going to back up a little bit because, y'all, this is too much fun. Too much fun. We've already grown quite a bit this morning. So, good morning. How are you? Too much fun. Too much fun here, y'all. I said, we're pulling this right. I'm excited. I am completely excited because I'm like, you know what? This is going to be a fun. Thank you for the roses. Thanks for the roses. They smell so good. I love roses. What stitch? So the stitch we were using, let me show you the stitch again. Let me lay this down because I want y'all to see this. Let me lay this down because I'm going to show you. Put y'all right there. I'm going to put that there because I want to show you how it's actually looking, and then I'll show you all the stitch. So recap of what we're doing. So the request today, because y'all request what we do during the lives. So the live of what we're doing today is we're doing a wacky quilt. So we are calling this the Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. So this is what we've named this one. Something I just thought up. Wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but y'all. So what we did is we added a gnome And then from the gnome, thanks for the follow, Julie, appreciate it. So from the gnome, we just keep adding pieces, and we're stitching right on that raw edge. We're just stitching right on that raw edge and using a double blanket stitch. So the double blanket stitch is this 3-18. And you take that 3-18 and you increase the width to a 7mm. Y'all, this is my go-to stitch for everything. This is my go-to stitch for everything. I love that. But y'all, I'm going to raise you up a little bit. Look what it's turning out like. This is going to be gorgeous, and it's growing really quickly. It is growing really quickly. So I'm going to get y'all hooped here again, and we're going to keep stitching. We are going to keep stitching and see if we can get this stitched out. We've got almost an hour left. We're going to get it finished. We are going to finish this, and then we'll have to do, like I said, I'm going to actually, this would be so cool and fun with the, oh my gosh, we could totally do the little old ladies. The little old ladies are fun. Those are fun. We could do that. I could totally do that. Or I could print some for you if you want me to. Let me know. So could you go back to sewing machine for a screen? Absolutely. 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 Let me flip this around. Flip that camera. So we've got that stitch. Go ahead and get your screenshot there. All right. Yeah. Send me a message. And then I increase the width to 7mm. So you can see the whole screen right there, if that helps you. I love to help y'all out. Love helping y'all out. So the majority of your machines will have that stitch. So the majority of your machines will have that stitch on there for you. So, okay, let's flip you back around. No, don't do that. Sometimes it goes on there and it's like, we'll cancel it. Do you stitch the pieces with the... No, just once. So we're just stitching once. We are just stitching on here once. So we're going to go here. Do the... Yeah, right, Jen? That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. So we're going to come back this way. We're going to keep adding. We're keeping adding here. So we're going to come here. So literally all you're doing is you're taking this. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for the follow. So we're just taking a piece of fabric, right side up, and we're going to go here, and you're just stitching across the raw edge. You are literally just stitching across this raw edge. So we're going to come across here. So you don't have to fold it over. You don't have to worry about those seams. You're just stitching right over the raw edge of that fabric. And this blanket stitch, more or less, it kind of surges the piece of fabric that you're sewing on. So you don't have to worry about them fraying or anything else. But what you're doing is where you have fabric, you sew down to where the fabric ends and your batting stops. Because you don't want to have to sew there, because you're going to add another piece of fabric right here. And in actuality, we may go ahead and add another piece of fabric while we're at it. That way we can go. So I think we're going to add one. Let's add one right there. We're going to add one right there. So that way we can just keep stitching here. And there's no rhyme or reason for this. No rhyme or reason for this. Backing. I just have a piece of fabric on it. Well, I have like a baby quilt on the back. So I have all these panels of baby quilts that I've had for years. And I don't know that many babies. I don't have that many babies. So needless to say, I'm reutilizing one. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So you just have your backing piece of fabric, and then a piece of batting, and then you're sewing this on top of the batting and the backing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another backing when I'm done and actually quilt the top of this. And I'm almost thinking that, I don't know, I haven't decided. Am I going to quilt it with some fall leaves? We could do some fall leaves on here. I don't know. I'm thinking fall leaves. Because the fall leaves would be cool. How do you keep it from puckering? So I just hold it. So if you just hold it while you're so just hold it like this while you're stitching, it doesn't pucker. It seems to do okay. Seems to do okay. So we're gonna come across that way. Isn't that crazy? And it works just fine. You can throw them in the wash. No issues at all. No issues at all. I've done a few this way. I've done what do you call them? Pot holders and stuff like that. Are you piecing and quilting at the same? So this could be, you can have it quilted this way. I'm actually gonna quilt it again, but yeah, this could be a total quilt. You don't have to quilt it or anything because you're actually going through the front, the batting, and the backing. So it can be totally quilted that way. But I'm gonna add another piece of backing to the back of this, and I'm gonna quilt it again because I want some fall leaves on here. I'm thinking I want some fall leaves on here. So just my personal opinion. Everybody can do it differently. You can do it however you like, but super fun, super fun. So we're gonna come this way, come over this way. There we go. But it makes it fun. It's a fun, easy, throw together quilt that is actually turning out really cool. You don't need a pattern, you just need some fabric to throw together. Do you have a brown variegated thread? I think I'll have to look. Are you thinking that's what I should quilt it with, the leaves? So that one. Yeah, because what you could do is after you stitch all this together, trim the edges and bind it and you're done. Trim the edges and bind it and you're done. I'll have to look, Cynthia. I'll have to look, see what I have. So I think we're getting to the edge. We have to go a little bit. Let's come down this way. We're gonna come down this way. I think we need to add, where are we at here? Because we're coming down, da-doom, da-doom. So we have more batting than we have top here. Add another, I was gonna add another gnome there, but we don't need to add another gnome because we've got to the edge of the fabric here. My batting is bigger than my fabric. I should have trimmed it, but. Thanks for the, what's the back look like? Sure, let me show you what the back looks like. Hold on one moment. Let me stitch this right quick and I will show you the back. It's actually looking kind of cool. We may have to put another bobbin in anyways, so. So I will show y'all the back in here. So the back, as you can see, the stitches there. Like I said, I used a baby quilt. Don't judge me. I used a baby quilt as the backing. So, but I think in what I'm going to do, because you would actually use or put your fabric right side out on there. You would want it right side out instead of, I'm making y'all crooked, apologize. So you would want your fabric right side out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another backing on here. And when I put the other backing on here, I'm going to load it into the quilting machine. Well, into my embroidery machine, I'm going to quilt it. So we're going to quilt some fall leaves or something on here because y'all, These gnomes are turning out cute. The gnomes. This is... Yeah, I'm good on bobbin. I'm good on bobbin. Thanks, Cynthia. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to turn back this way. And I'm excited. I am excited. This is... I wasn't sure this was going to work out, y'all, but this is actually turning out kind of cool. Turning out kind of cool here. So, come down this way. Come over here. So I'm thinking I need one more. I need a dark one there. Let's go with a dark one here. Put a dark one there, and then we're going to add another gnome. We're going to add another gnome here. See, the things we come up with in the morning, y'all. The things we come up with in the morning. Stop there. I'm back. Awesome. Thanks for coming back, Suzanne. Thanks for coming back. Okay. So we're going to keep going here. I was thinking, let's go ahead and add, let's grab that yellow one there. These colors, I mean, these were just perfect. I just happen to have these, y'all, and how perfect is that? How perfect is that? Okay, so go here. Yeah, you can definitely go through bobbins really quick. Before you know it, it's like, oh, hey, bobbin. Thinking we will add, let's come this way. I kind of shrunk that gnome. That's all right. So we're going to come here. We're going to add, dropped my gnomes. I dropped my gnomes. Get back here, gnomes. Get to back here, gnomes. Okay. So we have, oh, that one's fun. We have a few gnomes. I'm looking for a cool gnome here. They're all cool gnomes. Ta-doom, ta-doom. Oh, how fun is he? We're going with him. Check him out, guys. Isn't that fun? I'm glad you guys are having fun. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. So we're going to put him there. I'm going to put him there. Come over this way. Y'all have got to try this. I am having so much fun doing this. This is just so much fun watching this grow, y'all. This is exciting. I am excited. Exciting, exciting, exciting. We're going to come down this way. I forgot. I need to stitch down that one right there. Aren't these cute? I'm in love, ow, with the gnomes. Gnomes, gnomes, gnomes. I don't know. I just like gnomes. I don't know where gnomes came from, but I like gnomes. Whoever came up with these gnomes. It's a cool idea. Cool idea. We're going to go there. So we're going to come down on that one. That one needs to come down a little bit. And the more you add to it, the heavier this quilt gets, and it starts pulling down on the, so you gotta hold that on there while you're stitching, because otherwise it'll stitch right off of there. It gets heavier as you add fabric, so gotta be careful on that. Be careful on that. Come back this way. This is too much fun. I hope y'all are having fun with me. I hope y'all are having fun with me, because this is so much fun watching this grow. It's like, what is it going to turn out like? What is this going to turn out like, y'all? Thank you for asking for a wacky quilt today. Thanks for asking for a wacky quilt. Because I had no idea what I was going to do, y'all, and this turned out pretty awesome. So I'm thinking we're going to add another gnome right here. We're going to add another gnome right here. We're going to add him. We're going to come across this way. Because, is that? Yep, I think we're okay. I think we're okay there. How does one create a wacky quilt? Well, so you just come up with an idea. So this one I was dreaming up. So needless to say, I decided I was sitting there trying to figure out what we were going to do for a wacky quilt. And y'all, so the last one we made, let me show you the last one we did, because we did this one just a couple weeks ago. Check. Oh, yes. Thanks, Darla, because I think I got to change it out. I appreciate that. So this is the one we did last time. This is the wacky quilt we did this last time. So literally, y'all, it just grows. It just grows. You just start in the middle, start with a single piece, and then from there, you just add another piece to it. So this one was a quilt as you go. So this one, actually, what we did is we took the piece of fabric, we sewed this, my camera's like unmirrored. So you take the piece of fabric, and then you take another piece and you sewed and you put it right side down, and then you sewed a seam across, and then you flipped it over. So, but then I went and also decided to do some quilting on it. So good morning, good morning. So this is the wacky quilt we did last time. This was the wacky quilt we did the last time. So now this time, we're not doing the quilt as we go process. This one is more or less a quilt as you go too, but you're stitching those raw seams. You're just stitching right across those raw seams and just putting fabric down and just making it grow. There is no pattern. You make your own pattern. You make your own pattern on this one. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Camos and bows. Awesome. I love camo too. I love a camo too. So, all right. So we're going to keep going here. So like I said, we keep adding gnomes. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So I think we need one more square right here. We need one more square right here. So we're going to add another square here. And I think we're going to have enough. I'm hoping. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lots of fun. Like I said, I make things up as I go. I am not a pattern going kind of person. I just like to make my own things. So this one is, we're calling this the Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. Turning out very, very cool, y'all. No, we do not need a co-host. Thank you, though. What are you using? Cotton batting. This is just cotton batting, so it's batting that I got at Wally World. You can get a bolt of it for not very much. And it's not 100% cotton. Somebody wanted to make sure that I pinpointed that the other day, so. But it works really well. It works really well, so. I have had no issues with 50K. Oh my gosh, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, thank you. Oh, bobbin. I need to check my bobbin, y'all. And I just ran out of bobbin. Yep. See, that's what happens. Pretty sure I ran out of, well, it's pretty close. So we're going to get another bobbin. Get another bobbin. I'm going to get a drink of my tea. Get a drink of your guys's, or my water here. Get a drink of your guys's coffee, y'all. Get your coffee. So I use pre-wound bobbins. I like pre-wound bobbins. Arizona. I am here in Arizona. Ohio. Awesome, awesome. Louisiana. Yeah, I like the pre-wounds. I don't know how they wind so much thread on these. Florida, Michigan, Kentucky. Oh my gosh, you guys are all awesome. I don't know how they wind so much thread, and I hate finding the end. I hate finding the end. Thanks for the follow. Buckeye, Arizona. Miss Shannon. Buckeye. Did y'all get flooded the other day? Watch while I work. Awesome! Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to find the edge of this stupid... Come on. I know you're there somewhere. I know you're there somewhere. I'm going to use a... So whenever I can't find it... Right? Go away. Moth. So sometimes you can't find the end of the thread, so you end up grabbing a piece and trying to find the end of the thread. Oh, I thought I had it. Pre-wounds, y'all. I like pre-wounds, but trying to find the end of a pre-wound is not no fun. I think I may just get a different one. I'll go back to that one. Because we're on a time frame here, y'all. We need to find... Okay, that one was easier. They should make it where they're easy to find. So we're going to come back this way. Put you back in there. Thread this machine again. Okay. Put you back over there. This is stitching out really cool, y'all. Okay. So, let's see where we're at. Thinking over here I need to add someone asked you, Robin? Yeah. I have my own story on that one, Miss Robin. So those are a PIA, let's put it that way. I have one sitting here that the person never came back and got. So I'm kind of aggravated on that one. I can show you the quilt too if you want to see it. So I can show you the quilt because I have it. It's actually up here. So if you want to see it once we're done with this, I can show you the crown royal quilt because the person I did it for never came and got it. So aggravating. Because that's a lot of work, y'all. That is a lot of work. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. That one there. So we're going to come this way. If you want some recommendations on how to do it, Miss Robin, I can show you. I can show you the one I did. I think it turned out really cool. I really like it personally, so. No, that was my bad. That was my bad of not getting it prepaid, so. How are the ends not raveling? So the ends are not raveling because it's more or less like a serger stitch. It's more or less like a serger stitch with that blanket stitch. So it closes the seam up on those threads so they don't come unraveled. So. Come back this away. So I'm thinking here, we're going to add one more piece on this one here. And then we're going to add another gnome. We're going to add another gnome. Come across this way. Where are we at here? We're going to add him right here. So we're getting close to the edge on that one. I'm almost thinking we may have to go trim the back of this so we can see exactly where we need to go. Because like I said, my batting is a little bit bigger than my backing, so. Okay, so let's go down this one, and I think we're going to go and trim that batting off there. We're going to go on walkabout, y'all. We're going on walkabout. And then we'll be able to see what this looks like too. We'll be able to see what this looks like. So I'm going to take y'all off of there. Hot flashes, y'all. Hot flashes. So let's put you in here. Get y'all hooped. And we're going on walkabout. We're going to take the scissors, the handy dandy scissors. We're going to go trim this. We're going to go trim it. And we're going to get to see what this is looking like. Small spaces, y'all. Small spaces. Hold on. I'm going to have to fold. Small spaces get me here. Small spaces. Okay. Okay, hold on. I didn't make my bed. Good morning. No, next week. I'll be gone next week. So, yeah, just as a reminder, next week. So, I will be gone next week. Hold on. I have not gotten the rice. I have not gotten the rice. I need to. I need to. Y'all, with that storm last week, I was not going to the store. Okay. So let's lay this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay this out and we're going to trim the batting off here and then we'll look at how it's looking because I'm thinking it's kind of cool. But we need to trim this off here. That way we know exactly where we need to go. Stitch all the way to the edge. Absolutely, why not? I don't see why not. You could totally do that. I use all this extra batting to make mug rugs, y'all. All this extra batting to make mug rugs. So I'm going to add another backing to this. Once I get all the front on there, I'm going to add another backing and actually quilt it. So get this trimmed. We're almost done here. Last side. Get this one all trimmed. Okay. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is turning out cool. This is turning out super cool. Okay, so let's flip this around. Check this out, guys. Super, super cool. So now we can go back to the sewing table and add the rest, right? Is that not awesome? Let's go out. Look at that. Is that not going to be an awesome? So Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. How perfect is that? We're just doing the Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. The Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. Right? I'm excited. And to think, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know what we were doing. We know what we're doing now. We know what we're doing now. It's a little chilly back there. It's a little chilly back there. I am using, here, let me show you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. let me show you the thread we're using here. So we are using a variegated thread that's got, I mean, it's literally got pretty much every color of the rainbow in it. So super cool. It is definitely a stress reliever. Definitely a stress reliever. So I like to do things that are stress relievers. So this is definitely one of those. Like I said, you don't have a pattern. You just throw a piece of fabric in there. When you get the piece of fabric in there, you just keep adding to it. Just keep adding to it there. Is that Orifil? Oh, no, it's not. It's just one that I got off of Azon. I really can't say the word because I get in trouble when I say the word, but it was just a bundle I had gotten years ago. I've actually had that one for quite some time, so we are getting, I hope we have enough here. I hope we have enough fabric. That's going to be aggravating if we don't have enough fabric. I think we will. I hope. You need to come down this way. Come down this way because I think we're going to add, we may need to see if I have more gnomes. We might have to go see if I have more gnomes in there. Oh, absolutely. It would be a great way to use thread. It would definitely be a great way to use up thread. You know how sometimes you end up with thread you're not using. You're like, what am I going to do with all this? So this is a great way to use up thread, scrap fabrics, all kinds of stuff. Thinking just keep adding pieces here, y'all. We're just keep adding pieces. Stitch down this way. I have a bad feeling I am going to run out of fabric. Not sure what I'm going to do if I run out of fabric here. As you get to the edge, you're like, where do I put a piece? Where do I put a piece? But I'm fixing to have to see if I have more, isn't it cool? I'm excited. I'm excited. Oops. I'm excited for this. And I said I'm kind of running out of everything here, so not exactly sure what I'm going to do. It's gonna be gorgeous if I can come up with enough fabric here, y'all. couple of pops of blue. Let's see what I can have. Let's see what I have. I have, of course, they're all the strips though. Hold on, let me look at. Let me add a couple here, and then we'll see what we have, because I think I have some on there. Let me see. I'm going to sew this one here. If you're thinking blue, we can add, how about a teal blue? Would a teal blue? 65K. Y'all are awesome. Oh my gosh. Y'all are awesome. 65K. We could add. Let me add this one here. We're going to grab, let me add this one, then we're going to grab a blue. We are going to add a blue. Because, like I said, I am running out of squares, so. And this is a charm pack I've had for years, so I doubt I can find it again, so. Have a good day. Thanks for joining. So if I have this color or a batik, we have some fun. I don't know. Because if you add, I don't know if we should add those. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, what I'm sewing on? So I just have the other blue. So not this blue. I have, so I'm sewing, it's like a quilt panel. It's just a piece of cotton fabric and then batting. A piece of cotton fabric and batting is what I'm sewing on. Sorry, I did not see that question. I apologize. So we just keep adding is all we're doing. We're just been adding to this, so. Oh, you're welcome. I apologize. I apologize. Use long strips on the side. Oh, okay, Tammy. Thank you. So are you thinking this? So it's the, so it has, so this can be, so I'm actually going to quilt it again, but this could be the whole thing. So it's got a backing, a batting, and then you're sewing the squares onto the top. So it could be completely done when you get done doing that. You just trim the edges, put a binding on it, and it's quilted. But I'm going to add a second quilting to it because I'm going to quilt some leaves, some fall leaves into the top of it too. So I'm thinking. So okay. So you think we could do these? We could add a couple of these. That could make it pop. Kind of liking that idea. Thinking maybe you had a good idea there. So sorry, I didn't see the questions. I apologize. But yeah, you just take a piece of, no, so leaf material. Oh, hold on. Mandy, you're awesome. Your ideas. Do you have a brick red? Hold on. I have something. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Where is it at? Don't go nowhere, guys. Because I think it's over here. Scissors. Scissors. Where's the scissors? Guys. Because we have, but I'm thinking if we add some of this. What if we add some of this? I'm going to cut some squares right quick of this. Right? Okay. I'm like, no offense, I wasn't quite going with the blue. I don't know why. The blue was not liking me. So we're going to cut a few of these. But I need to see if I have a couple more gnomes. I need a couple more gnomes. I've only got one more over here. That one, go down there. I'm going to cut a couple of these. Doesn't have to be perfect, so. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Hi, Miss Lisa. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to add a few of those. Let me check. I wished I would have thought about these earlier because those are going to be kind of cool. And I think I'm going to cut a few of these too because I think this one's going to be cool. This one's going to be cool here. Chickadee treasures. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. If you click in my bio, you'll see the YT page and the FB page. So you will see them there. I'm going to trim these a little bit. I said they don't have to be perfect because we're just stitching right over them. So gives us a few more squares that we need. You are very welcome. I am not. I'm trying. We needed more squares. So I'm cutting some more squares right quick because I ran out of fabric here, y'all. I have a few more there. Okay. That should be good. That one should be good. I get those. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put that over there. Let me see, because let me see right quick if we have, yeah, you just place them randomly. So start out with a middle square, and then you have your middle square, and then you just keep adding, and it keeps just growing. It keeps growing from there. So hold on. Let me see if I have a couple more of the gnomes. I need a couple more gnomes. I have okay, I found a couple more gnomes, guys. So you could probably add a few small of those. Oh yeah, totally. So we're gonna add a couple of these. I needed a couple more gnomes. A couple more gnomes. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. You guys are awesome. We're at 68K this morning. That was Amy's idea. Awesome. Thanks for the follow, y'all. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so we're going to add, so these are printed gnomes that I printed. We're going to add a couple more gnomes. Check this guy out. Check this guy out. Is he not cute? We needed a couple more. We needed a couple more. We needed a couple more here. 69K. Y'all are phenomenal. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you, thank you. And we're gonna stay on a little longer because I want to get this stitched out. I want to get it stitched out here. So we're gonna grab that one there. How cute. It's on cotton, printed on cotton. These are printed on cotton with a with an inkjet. I haven't gone yet, Christy. I go next week. I go next week. So I fly out on Sunday. I fly out on Sunday. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to add him? Let's see. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. I found one. Let's add this guy. We're going to add this guy because he's got fall leaves. He's got fall leaves. Look at this guy. So I actually have a scissor sharpener. I have a scissor sharpener that I start sharpen my scissors with. Come on. Right? Okay. So that I think that should be enough. I'm thinking that should be enough. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. You can go up there. Okay. So let's sew. My gosh, I'm excited here. I'm excited because I thought I was going to run out and we weren't going to have enough, but now we have enough. And now we're going to add some more here. We're going to add him here. I know he's a different gnome, but he's still cute. He's still cute. Add him this way. We're going to add him this way. And we are going here. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. We are on Monday through Friday from 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, Arizona time. So our schedule, you guys pick what we're doing for the live. And then I have my schedule pinned for what we're going to do. Tomorrow we are doing grocery bag holders. We're going to make a grocery bag holder tomorrow. So that is what we're working on. Y'all requested a wacky quilt. So today we're doing a wacky quilt. So it is turning out so cute, y'all. I am excited. Super excited on this one. Wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but I think this is going to be a cool. I am in Arizona, yes. Me too. Where are you at, Miss Texas? Where are you at, Miss Texas? I am in Globe, so. And you're in Glendale. Very cool. Well, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you joining. I said I am on here Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. I do have a trip next week that I gotta take, so I will not be live next week sewing. I might hop on just to say hi if I have time, depending on the schedule, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. So we're gonna stitch this. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we found this fabric. I forget who had the idea of the colors, but this was a perfect idea. This was a perfect idea, y'all. And this is fun. If you're looking for something fun, you don't need a pattern, just something that you want to sew. Hey, hang out there, y'all. Just grab a piece of fabric, grab you some scrap fabrics, and a piece of batting and start stitching. Just throw a piece into the middle, just, you know, whether it be a 10-inch square or just a strip of fabric into the middle of your batting, and then just start growing from there. You just moved to Texas. Y'all, I was born in Texas, so I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us in the morning. From Texas to Arizona. Okay, this is looking cool, guys. This is looking cool. Okay, so we're going to come around this way. Look at that gnome. Is he not cute? Gosh, he is cute. Cute, cute, cute. We're going to grab some of this. We are going to grab some of this here. I don't want to take away. We can trim around it because I don't want to take it, that, what do you call him? I don't know. I don't remember what he's called, but he's cute. I don't want to take away from him. Good morning, y'all. My gosh, look at that, guys. How cute, how cute, how cute. We're going to come across that way. We are going to come across that way, y'all. Because I don't want to cover him up. He's a cute little animal, and I can't think of what his name is right now. Is he a mole? I think, is it a mole? I don't know what the heck those things are called. I am working today. But I'm skipping on my walking to stay on here and finish stitching this because I want to get this stitched. I don't have to be at work till 8 o'clock, so we have time. We have time. Where's that? We're just going to keep going here. We are going to keep going here. So that one across there. This way. Right? I'm excited about this one. I am excited. This one is just turning out pretty awesome, y'all. Pretty awesome. I was thinking we're going to go under here like that. Let's cut this in half. Let's cut this one in half. My scissors go. I don't know where my scissors went. Oh, on the floor. On the floor. Cut that one in half. Thinking what we're going to do is we're going to put this under here like this. That way It's there. Ha ha. Ha ha. Close up that gap there. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. I'm going to come across here. Oh, I didn't have to cut that one. Oh well. What happens is it gets heavy. I'm going to go across here with this one to close up that corner there. But I want to go under. I want to go under that. Under that, because I want that on top. I'm sitting here talking to myself, y'all. Y'all, we are so close to hitting 100K. Can we hit 100K today? I'm going to stay on here and finish this. Let's hit 100K today, y'all. Let's see if we can do it. I've only done that, I think, once before. There we go. Thank y'all for the gifts and all the taps and all the likes, you guys. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we are going to add another gnome. We're going to add another gnome. We're going to add this guy here. This guy's cool. This guy is cool. Good morning, y'all. Right? Isn't it cool? This is too much fun. The Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt is what we've named it. The Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. So now I need to add come across this way. Sorry I get quiet here at the end because I'm thinking too much here, y'all. Like, what can we do to get this stitched out? I'm gonna cut this off here because we might use that for another piece here. Use that one for another piece, and we're going to add grab this piece. We're gonna grab this a piece. Nice thing is you don't have to worry about those raw edges because you're using that blanket stitch. And with that blanket stitch, it just closes up those raw edges when you stitch them. So this is like a fun, no stress, easy quilt that you've created yourself. You have created this yourself, y'all. Super fun. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thank you for the follows. Yes, the double blanket stitch. Double blanket stitch. And I'll show y'all that stitch again once we get this all made. Once we get this all made, I'll show y'all that stitch again. So that way y'all can do this. That way y'all can do this. Stitch across there. We're getting close, y'all. This is too much fun. Too much fun. Trim you off there that way because we might need a piece for somewhere else. Might need that piece for somewhere else. So come right there. Let's go ahead and add. I'm thinking. Add you right there. He said there really is no pattern. Whatever comes to mind, you're like, I can throw a piece of fabric right there. Hey, I'll throw a piece of fabric right there. You just keep adding fabric, y'all. Just keep adding fabric. I know, I'm excited. That's why I'm like, okay, I cannot quit until this is done this morning. I cannot quit until this is done, y'all. Sorry, I might be late to work because we are going to finish this. We are going to finish the top of this, y'all. I have a Luminaire too. It's a Luminaire too. But you can do this with pretty much, yeah, no, not overthinking at all. We're just rolling with the punches here, y'all. Rolling with the punches. Just keep rolling. Just keep a rolling. I'm just having fun with this morning, so I hope y'all are having fun with me. I hope y'all are having fun with me here because I'm having fun with this. I am having lots of fun with this. We're going to go that way. We're going to go that way with this one. I found the double. Awesome! Oh, you don't have it on your Husqvarna? Yeah, my Husqvarna doesn't have that one either, but it has one close to that where it's actually across and it's not the what do you call it? The what do you call it? I can't think of what you call it, but it's pretty close to that. If you could find one that's pretty close, a stitch pretty close to that, you can use that stitch too. It's just something that's close to this. I like the ones that have that center stitch and then out to the edges on there. So, because I was looking on my Husqvarna, I think it was yesterday when we were sewing something, and I couldn't find it on there. I couldn't find it on there. Oop. I'm just having trouble with the tension on my... Oh, shoot. Is it like doing loose stitches, or what kind of machine does she have? Miss Lisa, are you having coffee this morning? Awesome. I'm going to grab another gnome. We're grabbing another gnome, and we're going to put this gnome over here. That one there. I'm going to like to put as many gnomes as we can on here, y'all, because I'm loving the gnomes. The gnomes are just too much fun. Go down this way. Almost to 100K. 92. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. You guys are just awesome. We have to finish this. We have to see what it looks like, guys. What is your thread on? So it's a stand on this machine. This machine comes with a thread stand. the back side of this machine has it's like a magnetic thing that sits in the upper lid. You get to the edge and you got to figure out how you're going to get these all stitched together, so kind of weave them in there. Thank you for the shares, y'all. Thanks for the shares. We are trying to see if we can get this completed. We're so close. This is our Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt that we've put together. This is a Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt, y'all. Anybody that's just joining, we are having some fun. We're having some fun with this. We are so close. So close, y'all. I'm going to add, whoops, almost put her on upside down. Not upside down, y'all. Put that one there. So I put... The gnomes are fun, right? Some fun gnomes. Thank you for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. Y'all are awesome. Okay. We are so close, guys. So close, so close. We're going to add... I want to add another gnome over here. Thinking I'm going to sew this across here and we're going to add another gnome. take another gnome. We're going to go, I'm going to put in that corner under there. We have sunny weather now. We have some sunny weather. Thanks for asking. We needed some sunny weather, y'all. We had enough of bad weather for a while. Enough bad weather for a while, y'all. I'm going to... We're getting close, y'all. We are so getting close. Thank y'all for the gifts. You guys are awesome, and thanks for all the likes. And oh my gosh, y'all, we are over 100K. We are over 100K this morning. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. You guys have completely made my morning. y'all are just joining, we are making a Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. So just something we came up with this morning. The request today was for a Wacky quilt. So needless to say, this is what we came up with for the Wacky quilt. So kind of liking it, y'all. Kind of liking it. I think it's turning out pretty awesome here. Pretty awesome. Thanks for hanging out this morning. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us this morning. We're so close to this corner here. We are so close. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna go down this way. And if you missed the live, we are going to repost this. It'll get reposted to YT and FB. So just in case you missed it, you can come back and watch it again. So we're going to, oh gosh, we may have to cut some more squares, y'all. Might have to cut some more squares. Come under here. Over there. Over that way. Okay. What are you searching for? Did I miss a question? Oh, yeah. Oh, click on my bio. If you click on my bio and then click in it, it'll open up my link tree. In my link tree, I have my FB page, my YT page, all of that on there. So go check it out. Because I do a repost on there, so. Just click in my bio, you'll find it. Search Chickadee Treasures. Search Chickadee Treasures, you'll find it. Now we're going to add, I got another gnome. I got one more gnome, y'all. One more gnome. We're adding another gnome. Thinking, do we add? No, we're going to add him on top. We're going to add him on top. It is 7:16. I am close. I am close, y'all. I gotta be at work at 8. It takes me 10 minutes to get to work. I am trying my best to finish this, y'all. I am trying my best to finish this. Yeah, we were almost there. So close, y'all. So close. So close. I ran out of fabric. Ooh. Oh. Hold on. I gotta cut more fabric. Hold, please. I'm cheating, guys. I'm throwing a bigger piece. We're so close, guys. So close. was thinking. Oh gosh. No curves. We don't want curves. Hold on. Doom. There's one more corner, guys. One more corner. We're adding another gnome. We're going to fill up a big space. We're filling up a big space. Ah, sorry, I can't quit till I'm done. I can't quit till I'm done, guys. We can do this. I have faith. Found your website. Thank you. I'm glad you found it. We're adding one final gnome, guys. One final gnome. Pieces. Even if I make myself late to work. I don't care at this point because we have to get this done. We have to get this done, y'all. I thought the last corner was the last corner, but no, this is the last corner. Last piece here, guys. We have the last strip. I'm going to go, how do we? We're putting a big strip, guys. We're putting a big strip. Yes, we are, Miss Annette. This is a Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt that we came up with this morning. They wanted a wacky quilt, so this is what we've kind of come up with. So this is the very last section here. So very last section. I have about one last piece here. Oh, you're so close. So close, y'all. Yes, we started it this morning. We started it this morning at, what, 4:30. We started it at 4:30 this morning. I'm in Arizona, so we have done this morning, y'all. We have done all of this morning. And I wanted to make sure it was finished. So, needless to say, I'm staying on a little bit longer to get it finished. We're so close. But you know what? I'm still going to get to work on time. I am still going to get to work on time. Because I am on the last strip here, y'all. Once we get this on here, I will show y'all this quilt. All that we have left is I'm actually going to quilt it with leaves. I'm going to quilt some fall leaves onto it, so. Yeah, it's turning out really cool. So hold on. Let me do this last stitch and then I will show y'all the quilt. I will show y'all the quilt. Yes. Oops, stop. Oh, well, I guess it's fine. I can go down that way. Okay, let me make sure. So yeah, this is a kind of a, did you just, so yeah, so what I did is, that is done. Okay, so I'm going to swap you guys around. We're going to, so we can see this, I'm going to move you guys here, move you guys up here. There we go. So what we did is we started with a centerpiece. We started with a centerpiece and then we just kept adding. We kept adding to this. So I think it turned out really cool. I mean, it can really pretty much go any way you want. So this is the Wacky, we're calling it the Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. So Wacky Patchwork Gnome Quilt. So isn't it fun? How cool is that? And look at the stitches. Isn't the stitches fun? The stitches is fun. Thank you guys. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Right? How cool is that? So, I'll probably quilt it when I get home tonight. So, but this is a fun lap quilt. This is a fun lap quilt for somebody to snuggle up on the couch, snuggle up on your recliner with a cup of coffee, cup of hot cocoa. Thank you so much. That is very sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out late with me. I got to get to work. Can you quilt it tomorrow so we can see? Absolutely. If you guys would prefer, we can do the quilting on this. We can we can change tomorrow up. Tell you what, you guys want to see the quilting tomorrow? We could do the quilting on here. We could quilt it and we could do the binding. I can show y'all how to do the binding. So let's do that. We'll do that tomorrow. And I have work calling me. So I gotta go. Love you guys. And I will see y'all tomorrow. We will be on tomorrow morning, 4:30. All right. Bye, guys.